In a quiet little town, nestled somewhere in the heart of America, lived a young boy named Liam. His world was simple, filled with the familiar sights and sounds of his neighborhood. But the most familiar sight of all was his father, a kind and hardworking man who served as the janitor at the local school. Every morning, before the sun had a chance to fully wake up, Liam would watch his dad get ready for work. And every morning, he noticed the same thing: the old, worn-out pair of leather shoes his dad would carefully put on. Those shoes had seen better days. The leather was cracked and faded, the soles were thin, and the laces were frayed. They were more than just shoes. They were a testament to the countless miles his father had walked, scrubbing floors, fixing leaky faucets, and making sure the school was a safe and clean place for all the kids, including Liam himself. His father never complained. He'd just tie those tired laces, give Liam a warm smile, and head out the door with a quiet dignity that Liam deeply admired. Liam's heart ached a little each time he saw those shoes. He knew his family didn't have much extra money. His father's paycheck covered the rent, the bills, and the food on their table. But there was rarely anything left over for luxuries like new shoes. While other kids in his class were showing off their brand new sneakers, Liam's dad was making do with what he had. It was a silent sacrifice, one that Liam was beginning to understand more and more each day. One afternoon, Liam was helping his dad clean out the garage. Tucked away in a dusty old box, he found a treasure trove: his grandfather's old cobbler tools. There were awls, hammers, strips of leather, and sturdy wax thread. His grandfather had been a shoemaker, a trade that seemed like a relic from a bygone era. A spark ignited in Liam's mind. An idea, bold and ambitious, began to form. What if he could fix his dad's shoes? He didn't tell anyone his plan. It was a secret mission. After his homework was done each evening, Liam would sneak out to the garage. By the dim light of a single hanging bulb, he studied the tools and the tattered shoes. He watched online videos, read old books he found at the library, and learned the forgotten art of shoe repair. His first few attempts were clumsy. He pricked his fingers and made uneven stitches, but he didn't give up. He was driven by the image of his father's tired feet. Slowly but surely, Liam got better. He learned how to patch the cracked leather, carefully stitching small pieces of scrap from his grandfather's box over the worst of the wear. He found a piece of thick rubber and, after much effort, managed to cut and glue it to the bottom, creating a new, sturdy sole. The most difficult part was restitching the welt, where the upper part of the shoe meets the sole. It required patience and a steady hand. Night after night, the garage became his secret workshop. The week before his father's birthday, Liam put the finishing touches on his project. He replaced the frayed laces with new, strong ones. He used a bit of shoe polish he debought with his own small savings to buff the old leather until it had a soft, respectable shine. They didn't look brand new, not by a long shot. They bore the marks of their history, but they were whole again. They were strong, sturdy, and filled with love. On the morning of his father's birthday, Liam woke up even earlier than usual. He carefully placed the restored shoes right where his dad's old ones would normally be. He then hid in the kitchen, his heart pounding with a mix of excitement and nervousness. He heard his father's footsteps. He heard him stop. The silence stretched on for what felt like an eternity. Then he heard a soft, choked sound. Liam peeked around the corner. His father was sitting on the small bench by the door, holding one of the shoes in his hands. He was tracing the new stitches with his finger, his shoulders shaking slightly. He wasn't sad. He was crying, tears of pure, unadulterated joy. He looked up and saw Liam watching him. He didn't say a word. He just opened his arms wide. Liam ran into his father's embrace, burying his face in his dad's work shirt. He felt his father's strong arms wrap around him in the tightest, warmest hug he had ever known. "This is the best gift I've ever received, son," his father whispered, his voice thick with emotion. "The absolute best." In that moment, Liam understood that the most valuable gifts aren't the ones we buy, but the ones we make with our own two hands, fueled by love. From that day on, Liam's dad wore his new shoes to work with an extra spring in his step. They were more than just shoes now. They were a symbol of his son's love and ingenuity. Whenever anyone at the school would ask about them, he wouldn't just say they were old. He would smile with immense pride and say, "My son fixed them for me. He's got the hands of a craftsman and the heart of a king." The story of the janitor's shoes became a quiet legend, a reminder that the greatest acts of love often come in the most humble of packages. Thank you so much for watching this story. If it touched your heart, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more content that celebrates the simple, beautiful moments in life. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Until next time, take care.